Welcome to a little corner of consciousness, where we embark on this journey of consciousness expansion together, one coherent step at a time. On a little corner of consciousness, we explore coherence, expansion, and frequency as we move deeper into our wholeness together. I'm your host, Stephanie Ablett. Welcome to the show. Hello, my lovely listeners. Welcome back to another episode of A Little Corner of Consciousness. I'm your host, Stephanie Ablett. Welcome, welcome. Come get cozy and let's explore quantum field play. I want to talk about expanding your consciousness using the quantum field. Have you explored the quantum field? It is one of the most fascinating, beautiful, expansive, mind-blowing things you can do to pass time. It is one of the most incredible, life-enriching, life investments, time investments that you can make to amplify your life, expand your awareness, your consciousness, your energy, your being, your connection. Honestly, guys, playing in the quantum field is maybe one of the most important and valuable ways that you can spend your time. So playing and exploring in the quantum field naturally expands your consciousness. And that means it's expanding your awareness and your energy. Because what you experience in the quantum field affects your reality through your awareness, through new information, through new energy, through an exchange of energy through the field and into your body, and through the engagement with frequency. So the way that I was introduced to the quantum field is, of course, through Dr. Joe Dispenza's work, who solely uses the quantum field to access, everything that his work is based around the quantum field. And becoming nothing, no one, nowhere, in no time and no space, to just merge with this nothingness that is all wave and frequency based and energy based. It is the field of the all. It is the field of infinite energy, potential, and consciousness that is the divine. And so in Dr. Joe's work, you move into the quantum field. Basically, you're pulling all of your attention and awareness from the external world and moving yourself into the blackness that is the quantum field. And you are releasing your identification with the body, with your senses, and you are putting more attention and awareness and energy into this unknown field. And so as you are doing this and moving your awareness into a different state, there is honestly endless experiences that you can have. It is just phenomenal and profound. It's something that I have spent the last, I'd say, 6 years doing every single day, basically. Exploring. And it has shifted my awareness and my consciousness to understand that we are, in fact, consciousness first. We did not come into this body with a mind that functions and, is aware of itself. We are consciousness housed in a body, and we are connected to everything. Our consciousness is not contained within the body. The body is just how we perceive this reality in this three-dimensional field through our consciousness. And being in the quantum field, you can begin to truly know what that means and know what that feels like to be consciousness first and foremost. It is one of the most amazing feelings and experiences you can have to begin to feel what that is, what that means. That you are, in fact, limitless consciousness that is able to explore and expand and learn and experience endlessly. And as you explore the quantum field and you explore yourself as consciousness, you begin to know your truth. That the self with a capital S is the soul, is consciousness first and foremost. And as you are exploring this field, imagine you lose your body, you lose all awareness of your body because you're putting more of your awareness and attention on this empty field. And you are just moving yourself through this empty field. You can picture yourself as a tiny speck, a single atom, a seed, a blob of energy, or just use your conscious awareness to move your awareness around. It's very hard to explain, but it's as if you are viewing yourself in this much greater and much more expanded, perceived way that is no longer limited to the body or to your own human visual perception. You expand everything and it opens and you're able to perceive everything in a different way. That's the only way that I can really kind of explain it. And so you move yourself into this field and you begin to question and investigate yourself as consciousness first. And from that state and from that openness of awareness, you can then begin to expand and open and just feel yourself moving through this infinite space. It's like black, empty space. And you are moving yourself through it freely. There's no real, actual movement of dimensional space. It can feel like you can move at the speed of light, or you're not really moving at all, or you can pop up here and there and everywhere all at the same time. There's just this limitlessness to how you can move through the quantum field. So hopefully there's some codes in there for you to just explore what that would be like. And as you are moving yourself through this field, as you are, just moving yourself through the field and expanding your awareness and energy as if you're just opening yourself up and out and making yourself bigger and bigger and bigger and taking up more and more and more space, you begin to interact with energies. Basically, you begin to interact with different frequencies. And it may match your thoughts if you find yourself moving back into thoughts instead of putting more of your awareness on this empty space. But basically, as you are just exploring in this field, you're going to interact with energies. You're going to have the freedom to call in experiences. You have the freedom to just openly explore. And something really amazing happens when you continue to do this, because you end up experiencing things that you could never have otherwise experienced. Things that you could never have come up with on your own. Because you are exploring through a field of infinite intelligence. You are literally moving yourself through information. And so as you free yourself in energy and awareness and move yourself through these different frequencies, you begin to experience different things. And this begins to affect your own energy and your body. You can begin to investigate what happens to your energy as you are exploring, as you are playing in this field. You can begin to explore what happens to your physical body, that your physical body is actually being affected by the energies and the frequencies and the experiences that you are having in this quantum field. Your body responds to the energies, to the experiences that you are having in the quantum field. And this is truly, truly magical, that you can begin to shift and change your cellular health. You can begin to explore vitality as a frequency and to bring that frequency into your body and fill every single one of your cells with this infinite intelligent vitality. Honestly, the opportunities and the possibilities are endless for what you can do and what you can play in freely in the quantum field. And something else that can happen is that as you continue to keep your awareness focused on this emptiness, this open black energy, this field of divine intelligence, you begin to come across visions. You begin to see visions in your mind. You begin to have these phenomenal visual experiences. And I mean, maybe it's not visual for everyone. Personally, I have very vivid experiences that I come across, and something unfolds from there through these visuals. And maybe it's a hint of what is happening in a future, with a future you. Maybe it's a potential you're coming across as you are witnessing what it would be like to do the things you truly desire to do, or something that's deep within your heart that you hadn't even thought of before. And all of a sudden you're having this incredibly profound visual that's unfolding in your awareness that you are not even in control of, but you are just experiencing. And it doesn't have to be visual. It can be auditory. It can just be sensation, depending on your own body, depending on how you interact with this energy. But you will have the knowing of what is happening and what it means, because you are interacting with information. You are interacting with energy that is giving you new information. And I just love when this happens and you experience something as if it's real life, and your brain does not know the difference between a vision you're having in the quantum field or something that happens in real life. And that can be truly sensational, because now your body and your mind know what it feels like to have that experience. So what happens from there when you've had a profound vision of a future you making their dreams come true? Having a visual of a dream you couldn't even have possibly imagined for yourself. And now you've, in a sense, lived it in the quantum field. You've fed that information to your body and to your mind and to your memory. What happens if you keep engaging with that vision and keep questioning how that could unfold in your life? What's possible if it unfolded in your life? And just enjoying the knowing that within the quantum field that is full of all potential, all opportunity, all possibility, it's already done. It's already real in some timeline that could potentially be your timeline in a near future. I know I'm putting a lot out here in this episode today, but I want to keep going because this is my jam. And this honestly will change your life in so many ways. So many ways. So I want to give you an example of something profound that can happen when you just explore and play in the quantum field. So this would have been, I think, like 8 years ago, 7 or 8 years ago. I was meditating in the quantum field. I was expanding my awareness and imagining my awareness expanding further and further and further, as if I was becoming giant, a monstrosity, a massive, massive awareness. How do you even explain this? So I'm expanding and I'm expanding my energy, I'm expanding my awareness, I'm pushing the boundaries of my awareness further and further and further. I just keep going and going and going and going and going, and then all of a sudden, I have the most profound experience where I just see this the brightest light you can possibly imagine, this burst of energy within my awareness, within my eyes, within my vision. It's just the brightest, most powerful burst of energy I had ever experienced. And then all of a sudden, a flood of information comes in, and I have the awareness of a book I'm meant to write, which I wrote, which I haven't released. That's another story. And so this whole unfolding takes place, which feels like an eternity, which is only seconds long, where all of this information is flooding into my consciousness, and I'm understanding expansion in all these different ways, and how our consciousness is aware of it, and how you can work with it on all these different levels through all these different areas of your life. And I just have this knowing of this whole unfolding of this book. And it was a divine moment. It was as if God had plunked this vision, this download into my brain, into my awareness in a split second, and I just had this knowing unfold. And I was just filled with the greatest amount of awe and gratitude and love. I just felt so much from head to toe in that brief amount of time. And it changed my life forever. And I'm not saying that this happens to everyone. And again, as I always say, I'm not saying that I am special. I am not saying that this was anything that makes me extraordinary. This is just what happens when you have an open awareness and desire to explore the quantum field. You honestly never know what is going to happen. And pushing the boundaries of your awareness and your consciousness will bring you the most immaculate experiences, the most immaculate awareness, the deepest connection with yourself you will ever have, because you are touching the essence of your whole pure soul self. This is what you are engaging as when you are in the quantum field. You are just your essence. You are just your consciousness exploring the quantum field. You're not limited to the body. You don't have the same limitations that the body does, or even your human mind. You have moved outside of the realm of your human mind into your open, expanded consciousness, energy, and awareness. And so this is just a devotion to investing your energy, your awareness, your attention, your focus, and your desire to know, to seek the truth and inner awareness over external focus. It's the deep dive into the self with a capital S, as the self with a capital S reveals itself through your exploration, focus, and desire to know more. You are unfolding as the self with a capital S, your greatest truth, your purest truth, as you are just engaging with this field of infinite intelligence and pure and total nothingness, in a sense. And so I want to just briefly talk about the collection I have in my own work. For a few years after I was having these incredible experiences in the quantum field, I created recordings to bring others through a similar experience in the only way that I knew how, which was to lead them through meditation and an activation to hopefully bring them to this same activation of awareness and consciousness within themselves. And so I have a collection of these, what I call activations, that focus on different things that you can bring attention, awareness, and energy to for yourself, to explore for yourself, to benefit from for yourself, which helps you to have an understanding of the process that worked for me anyways, and to have some guidance to be able to just openly explore the quantum field more, to explore your desire to know more of who and what you are and this immaculate divine field of intelligence. And so, for example, some of the ones that I have are authenticity, coming up against your own authentic expression, opening up yourself to your own authentic expression within the quantum field, engaging with that energy, letting it enter into your body, letting it program itself into your cells, and anchoring it into the earth. Similarly, there's one, the calling or calling, where you are activating a deep calling within yourself so that you can connect with it on a cellular level, have it programmed within your body so that you are able to move towards it easier in your own life. There's one that's called consciousness, where I help you to start to see yourself, feel yourself, experience yourself as consciousness first. There's expansion, where we just play in expanding yourself, expanding your awareness. There's flow state, helping you to shift and move into that beautiful, pure sense of flow and ease and rooted productivity. Not even just productivity, but just the flow of your pure expression and flow of energy to just easily move through your day in an unhindered, uninterrupted, natural, beautiful flow of energy and unfolding. There's higher self that helps you to start to understand what higher self is, what that feels like, how to connect and anchor and strengthen that connection with your own higher self. There's openness, which is a very potent one, which helps you to experience the 0 point field. There's quantum field, which is just open, fun play to start to experience the quantum field. There's surrender, that helps you to surrender, that helps you to move into a deeper state of surrender, and how that is experienced in your own body, in your own awareness, to really begin to surrender and let go. And there's even more. There's other programs. Everything within my work is based on these profound experiences I've had in the quantum field and in exploring my own awareness, consciousness, and field of energy, and engaging with this divine, infinite, unending, beautiful field of loving intelligence that is the quantum field. So I just dropped a quantum burst of information on you. I hope that you can, just listen to this a few times and grab things here and there and start to explore and play if you've never done it before. If you've never just had fun in the quantum field, I highly recommend it. And if you'd like to start with some experiences that are already kind of laid out for you in a way, then hop on over to my website and go get yourself connected with those activations. So, my loves, if you have stories from your own journeys in the quantum field, if you have stories after listening to this podcast and having some fun play for yourself, please share. Please comment and let me know. Send me an email. I would love to have a conversation with you, and I would love to hear your stories. This is what helps us to collectively expand our consciousness and remember more of who and what we truly are. This is really, really important work. This is where we move mountains in our lives. This is where we begin to see that this is never ending in the most wonderful way, that it just keeps getting better. It just keeps going deeper. It just keeps unfolding like an infinite blossom. And with each layer, we move deeper into our wholeness. We move deeper into expanded states of ecstatic bliss and love and understanding. Not in a sense that we are high on love and bliss all the time, but that we begin to remember those immaculate states and that they are part of our divine nature. That this 3D realm is not the be-all end-all. It's just that we chose to be in this experience, and we get to play in the quantum field and have that affect our lives in the most immaculate ways, where we become the creators. We become the players of the game. We become the coders of the game, and reality begins to shift and change as we explore and play and move ourselves into greater awareness and expanded consciousness. Thank you. This is definitely a longer episode. Thank you so much if you made it to this point. I'm so grateful for your listening ears. I'm so grateful for your time and your energy and your awareness and your attention. I am sending you so much love. I'll see you in the next episode. Hello, lovely listeners. Thank you so much for giving your time and energy to this episode of A Little Corner of Consciousness. Now that you have received this transmission, give yourself time to ground it in. Allow it to land in your body and to move through your body. Let the energy move through your centers to your root and down into the earth. Bring it all the way down into the center of the earth and let the transmission become grounded, rooted, and embodied. And if you enjoyed this episode, please share. Please leave a review. Please download, follow the show. Help me to reach more individuals. And if you'd like to learn more about my work, visit stephanieablett.com. I'm sending you so much love. Until next time.